Greg, I know you talk to a lot of people around the country, but how bad are the layoffs right now?
The facts, dates, and events presented in this video are from the member's best recollection and may not be fully accurate. This video is intended for entertainment purposes only. Always consult with your local union about your rights and duties at your workplace. The opinions shared on this video are our own and do not necessarily represent my employer's positions, strategies, or opinions. All views shared are protected under the National Labor Relations Act.
What is going on, everybody? So today I have Greg Kerwood out of Local 25 in Boston, and we're going to be talking about, stock prices go down, but the stop count keeps going up. Greg, I remember back in 2008, the crash during that time is that the company was running stops per car, right? And I'm not saying we're necessarily in a recession right now, but we are seeing stops per car. Is there a correlation to any of this, or is this the plan all along?
I wouldn't say there's a correlation at this point. This is clearly part of the better, not bigger philosophy of our CEO. Stop counts are going up. Stops per car is a big thing. Cutting back, layoffs, consolidation, shrinking the size of the company is really, I guess, the goal here. To what end, other than short-term profits, I don't know. But this is all part of that same plan, a plan that was in place, frankly, prior to COVID, and sort of got sidetracked because of the volume explosion with COVID. But they've gone right back to it, and that's what we're going to be dealing with going forward.
Yeah, and if you ever go back to our videos during November, December, we kind of all felt like this was coming, that the layoffs were going to hit, and that I didn't think it was going to be at this degree. And I know that we have a lot of people going through a lot of write-ups right now. Discipline's definitely on the rise, and we'll tackle that in the next video. I just kind of want to talk about some of the stops per car going up and the layoffs going on. So Greg, I know you talk to a lot of people around the country, but how bad are the layoffs right now?
Well, it varies from place to place. Some places are really getting hit hard. Some places are just so busy or have so few bodies that the company can't afford to be laying people off. But it's definitely the approach. I know we're starting to face them here. The company is looking to run things as tightly as possible. And, the only way they can do that to their satisfaction is to lay people off.
And then we get into like the building closures. I know a lot of people have been talking about the buildings being closed and they have to move to a different building. And then you got drivers moving to a different building and part-timers. And it seems like it's kind of just craziness, right? Is there any input you have on that?
Well, I would tell people, first of all, it sucks. We know it sucks. Everybody knows it sucks. And, my heart goes out to anybody who's got to make these kind of decisions. The company can run the company the way they want to run it, at least in that aspect. And if they want to run it into the ground or, consolidate to 5 buildings for the whole country or whatever craziness they come up with, that's sort of their prerogative. Our job as union members is to protect our work as much as possible, protect our jobs as much as possible, and use the tools that we have, enforce our contract and hold the company accountable, and make sure that they're using every single person that they should be using to do the work. Now, as far as the consolidation and things like that go, there's a lot of rumors out there. There's a lot of speculation. Some places know what's closing, some places don't. The company is playing the games the company plays. You and I both know, we've been around long enough, that sometimes they change their mind at the last second. Sometimes they rearrange plans. My general philosophy with them is, it doesn't happen until it happens, and you don't know until you know. But the big thing for people to do is to keep in touch with your stewards, keep in touch with your business agents. Study your contract language as far as layoffs, building closures. Every supplement has a section on that and how that's supposed to work. And like everything else, we have to police what the company does.
Absolutely. And when it comes to like change of ops is what it's called, when you have a change of ops, when you're moving from building to building, just keep in mind, I don't think there's a clean way of doing that. Whenever it happens, it seems like somebody's going to get ruffled or someone's going to get upset. And just work as best as you can with your local and knowing what your rights are and what's happening. And it's chaos, and we know it, but please do not go after your union over this. We need to stay strong and stay tight as much as possible during this time. Now, with that being said, a lot of these buildings are being closed because they're trying to do automation. They're trying to make these unload devices. I was talking to Seth out of 767, and he was telling me that there's something called a pickle robot that they're trying to implement down there, and we're seeing it in other areas as well. I mean, do you know anything about this automation that they're trying to put in these buildings right now?
Some of it is old technology, some of it is new stuff that they're trying out. In general, my experience with this company is their technology tends to stink, and a lot of it is for show. People may remember the drone delivery 6 or 7 years ago, where they delivered one package and spoke about the dawn of a new company or something or other, and nothing has come of that. A lot of it is show for the shareholders. A lot of it is not. Some of it, some jobs are easily automated, and the company's going to go down that road. Other jobs, like the robot unloading the trailer and things like that, they're tailored for very specific things. Some people have the little machines that drive the bulk carts around the building. I think anybody who's experienced with those knows how ridiculous they are, how they're broken down more often than not. Some of the automatic sorting machines are broken down more often than not. You don't want to ignore technology, and you certainly don't want to belittle anybody who has to deal with the automation and the loss of jobs or whatever. But at the same time, I think it's never as bad as it seems like it would be. We sort of picture the Jetsons or something where everything's suddenly automatic and there's no people anymore. And I think we're a long ways away from that. And so we have to keep our concerns realistic and not really go off the deep end.
So now we talked about layoffs and we talked about just the chaos going on with the building closures and everything moving around. But, a lot of people driving right now have noticed that their stop count just keeps going up 20, 30, 40 stops extra, maybe 50. I mean, it's crazy right now. And obviously, a lot of people don't want to work late, so they're pissed off. I mean, do you have any advice for some of these guys that are going out there like that right now?
Yeah, it sucks. We've been there. It sucks. But the other side of this better not bigger coin is that the company obviously wants to get more work done by fewer people, because they're trying to increase profits by reducing labor costs rather than increasing volume, which is a strange approach. But if you're a driver out there, your count's going to go up. And so you have to take advantage of the language that we have. Get on the 9-5 list, file your grievances. After you've been paid for the next one, you should be asking for the elevated meeting. Company has to have it within 45 days. Otherwise, or as a result of that meeting, you go up to quadruple time pay. You have 8-hour requests, 2 a month, 3 if you're in the central region. Use them. Take advantage of them. Get your fellow members to use them, because if we continue to do more work, we're giving the company exactly what they want in order to eliminate jobs. Same goes for coming in for extra work on extra shifts. If the company is laying off all the Tuesday through Saturday drivers and counting on Monday through Friday drivers to come in and pick up the slack, that's not something we want to be doing, right? That's not extra work. That's us literally taking jobs away from our fellow Teamsters, for a couple of extra bucks. And I understand everybody wants extra money, and they want to come in for the preload or whatever it is, but there's a difference between extra work and facilitating layoffs for the company. And so you have to keep that in mind, that you got to think before you just say, yeah, I'll take the cash, about what the impact is and who you're hurting, and who you're helping when you do those things.
All right. So if you have not done so already, follow the UPS Teamsters 401k resource page. Greg Kerwood runs it. Greg, real quick, while I'm on this page, is it with everything going on right now, is accessing Empower and dealing with Empower, how has it been so far?
I'm not going to lie. Empower sucks, to be perfectly frank. That's not to say that people should suddenly abandon their 401k. Empower is just the company that manages sort of the nuts and bolts of accessing your account and things like that. They don't run the funds, and they don't determine the rules. and things like that. So, don't shy away from the 401k because Empower is lousy. But to be perfectly honest, somebody hopefully up at the top who makes these decisions should review our situation with Empower. Prudential just sold them the business, so there was really no one checking to see whether that was good or bad for us. But I think it's pretty clear at this point that their interface stinks, their app stinks, their layout and the use of the software to use and manage your account stinks. And something really should be done about it.
Another positive day at the Roswell Hub. So, all right. Hey guys, I gotta say, we broke 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Super cool. I do want to say this real quick. Greg and I do this on our free time. We don't get any money from this. It's just for fun. Same thing with Norm and everybody else that helps us out. It's been a really cool time. We just kind of do these videos. I release them, and then it's just crazy because I'll be on vacation and someone recognizes me. So it's kind of bizarre. I know Greg's had a lot of cool interactions over the years. But I just want to say thank you. Listen, I'm always up for making new friends. If you see me out and about, come say hi. What's up? Don't talk to Greg, though. He's negative, as we can all see. Anyways, and same thing with Norm.
Bright side's right there, David. There's the bright side.
Yeah, no, I love meeting other Teamsters. It's super cool. I like making new friends. So if you do see us, just say what's up. And that's all I got. I'm kind of making these as I can. I mean, right now, things are kind of crazy with just juggling everything and then editing these videos, but we're doing what we can. So I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time.